Welcome back to Financial Academy Podcast. I'm your host, Jacques M. Jr. This is Season 1, Episode 3. Now, today we're going to talk about something totally different. Today we're going to talk about budgeting, spending, and building out an emergency fund. See, the last episode, or the episode before that, we talked about building out a plan. And talking about the foundational aspect of the plan. Life insurance, health insurance, will, and a trust. And if you're like me, I once was a single father who didn't know these things, and I had to figure out how to make myself financially savvy in order for my child to become financially savvy. Does it suck? Yes. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it frustrating? Of course it is, that you have to deal with another party when it comes to your child, and you have to fight for rights, and you have to fight for custody, you have to fight for all these things. Whether your situation is you've been married 30 years, you got divorced, and now you're single, or a long-lasting relationship that no longer you're together, or it was a one-night stand situation. Whatever situation it is, you're now a single father, and there's somebody depending on you and looking at you and saying, hey, what's next? And for every man out there who's dealing with this, and let's be very, very clear. Our thing, our ego, our pride, or whatever the case may be, is always to protect and provide, especially when our children are involved. We want what's best for them at all costs. And I'm not talking about men that are being spiteful towards the other party. I'm talking about men who are intentional, who are serious, who want to deal with their children, who want to be in their children's lives. However, there's certain things, or there's a blockage in the way that's not allowing you to have those kind of interactions. And you may feel as a single father that, yo, I'm never going to have this opportunity to build a real relationship with my child because this other person is stopping me from doing that. Don't be that guy. Be intentional. Fight for the rights. Fight for it. Will it cost you something? Yes. You're going to have to pay it forward. You will always have to pay it forward. Child support sucks. Dealing with the Department of Revenue, it sucks. Dealing with anything, family court situation, it sucks. However, as a man, you got to keep your cool. So today we're going to talk about budgeting, spending plan, and how to build an emergency fund. So I want you to remember, if you haven't had a chance to look at last episode and listen to what I said about getting your 3-month statements and going through those and looking at what's causing you to not have more money at the end of the month, but rather having more month at the end of your money. Okay? So now you do have a pen and paper or a highlighter, whatever you use, whether it be on your phone, Excel spreadsheet, doesn't matter. We want to look at your expenses today. What are your top priorities? Well, of course, if you are a single father and you have visitations, or the child spends the night with you, either one night, 2 nights, however many nights you have, or you have full time, it doesn't matter. Whatever the case is, you need money in order to go ahead and move forward. That's just the bottom line. It is what it is. You're going to need to know how to deal with money. You may not understand money. You may not know how to use money. You may not even know what the money's for. Whatever the case is, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to go ahead and put you up on game. You may be a new cat coming in this situation who hasn't even had the child yet and about to go ahead and deal with a situation of becoming a single father and no longer being with this other party. Want to put you up on game too. So now, once you look through your 3-month statements, you look at everything that you have. Number one thing is shelter. You got to pay rent. You have to have somewhere to live, someplace safe, that is. I'm not talking, doesn't matter the neighborhood, whatever the case is. As long as you have a stable roof over your child's head and they're safe in that environment, that's fine. But you have to pay rent. You have to pay water. You have to pay electricity. You need food. And I'm not talking about junk food, Popeyes chicken, Checkers. I'm talking about real ingredients in order for you to go ahead and have your body thriving. You need real good food, not McDonald's chicken nuggets and all that. All that fake food is trash. You want to make sure that your child is eating real good food, food that you cook, that you went to the grocery store, you made a list, you wrote it down, and you figured out, hey, these are the foods that we need in order for us to have strength to go through the next day, in order for my child to be successful later on. So they won't have diabetes or any other kind of sickness later on down the line. Food. Then you want to make sure that your foundationals are covered. Your life insurances, your health insurances, either a trust or a will. Because God forbid, you as a father, you're no longer here. Who's going to take care of your child? And you may not even trust the other party. You may want to put your child in grandma's hand or dad's hand or mom's hand or auntie's hand, whoever, whatever the case may be. So as that person, as that man, as a foundational person, or the person who wants to get successful financially, you have to know these things. Now, once you have all your priorities in order, you have to look at what else is there that I need to do. Before extracurricular activities come into play, are you building up a fund for your child? Does your child have a bank account? Does your child have an investment account? You may be thinking, I want to do something for them. There are investment accounts out there for your children. See, growing up, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know the money game. The money game was never taught to me. I was taught the money game from the School of Hard Knocks and, of course, looking at my parents. And either or, it wasn't wealthy. I wasn't wealthy. I haven't been wealthy. I'm learning to become wealthy. And that's what we're here to do, to learn how to be successful financially, especially when we have another person depending on us as men. So you want to think about those things. Now, once you set up your priorities already in order, you have your insurances, your foundationals, your insurances, which is your life insurance, your health insurance, of course, will and trust. Now you're looking at, hey, these extra monies can go into an investment account for the future for my child. Because just a little small amount today, I'm not saying that you're going to be a multimillionaire, but I'm saying it's a start. Whether it's $50 a month and you're trying to figure out, how do I get $50 a month? Go to last episode when I said get your 3-month statement and start looking at what it is that you're spending your money on every month. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Look, I get it. You do not want to give up your vices. I get it. They've been with you for so long. However, if you want to make a change in life, you want to make better for your child, you're going to have to change as a person, especially financially. Because what you didn't know, looking at your parents or whoever you were raised around, especially if you're not wealthy, those are the same habits your children will have. And if you want them to do better, you have to do better. You have to break that habit. So now, that little small amount that you're starting to go in and putting into investment accounts for your children or your child, it goes long ways eventually by the time they reach the age of majority, depending on the state you're in, whether it be Florida, Georgia, Texas, whatever the case is. Normally is usually 18. Usually 18. You want to put them in a position to where they can succeed later on. So think about this. Growing up, I wanted to play football for the University of Miami. I thought I was good enough. Because playing down here in Dade County, you play against the greatest. You play against top-notch talent down here. And to myself, I said, hey, if they're going to college, I can go to college. I can play ball at the next level because I've been covering these guys. I've been playing against these guys for however long I can think of. That didn't happen. However, I didn't have any scholarship money. I didn't have any money. I had to depend on financial aid, Pell Grants, student loans, the whole nine in order for me to get through my college career. If I knew what money was or my parents knew what money was, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. And so for you as a male, as a man, A single father at that, you want to do what's best for you and your child. You want to put stuff in place for them so when they grow up, they can say, hey, look, regardless of what the other party may say to your child about you, it doesn't matter what they say. It's what the child will see later on is what's going to make a difference. You have to pay it forward. It doesn't matter what's being said about you. Oh, she's lying. She doing this. She being, I don't know what she doing with my kid. And forget all that. Cut the noise. Focus on the mission. The mission is to make sure that you are successful financially. You want to put yourself in position to win financially. You want to put your child in a position to win financially at all costs. And I'm not talking about anything illegal. I'm talking about everything legal by the book. Whether you like it or not, oh, the man is doing it. I don't care about none of that. The main objective here is to win financially. So now you know what it is. You can create an investment account for your child, whether it be $50 a month, $100 a month. Doesn't matter. As long as you start putting something away for them in the future, it's a start. Because that little small habit that you started is going to go ahead and trickle down to them. And if they choose to have grandbabies around, they're going to start to know what money looks like and how to understand how to build wealth and how to go ahead to the next level. And then their children's children and then their children's children. All because you, as a single father, made the decision to pay it forward. Again, the slogan is very simple. You don't plan to fail. But a lot of times we fail to plan. And then we're looking back like, where did I waste my time? Where did I waste my money? You want to make sure you're not doing any of the above. So once you get your priorities straight, your rent, your electricity, your water, your food, now you can start moving investments. Then you can go ahead and start putting stuff away for yourself. If you have a job that offers retirement accounts, whether it be a 401k, a 457, any of these terms that you may hear at work, in your HR department or your benefit department, take full advantage of them. Go out there and go get them. Free money is the best money ever, especially if they are matching you. Once you hear something called a match in a retirement or investment account at your job, do it. If they're giving 3%, you put in 3%, you match it. And you want to see that build up over a period of time. Now, a lot of you may want to be business owners, you want to be entrepreneurs, you want the lifestyle, you want the whole nine. By all means, have at it. If you're ready for it, go for it. If you're not, if you're a 9-to-5er, a grinder, a blue collar worker who goes into the office or goes into the field on the regular, figure out what investment accounts or what type of accounts you can get into in order to go ahead and start building wealth for yourself. Whether it be, again, a 401k, a 457, or it could be a Jeep, depending on what industry you're in the workplace. There's different terms, but they all the same thing. And they all do the same thing. So you want to take full advantage of those things by all means necessary. Because you got to really, honestly, let's really think about that. Let's really, really think about that. You're no longer thinking about you as an individual. You're thinking about that person that you have depending on you. And as a man, an individual man, it will behoove you to put your pride and your ego to the side and say, you know what? It's no longer about me, but it's about this person I'm looking at currently right now. You may be in the best situation of your life. You may have all these things. Cool. All good for you. If it don't apply, let it fly. But for the individual who's looking out right now, who's stuck in a bad situation, who doesn't know what to do, and your next step is to do something that you would normally not do. You can actually do this and still gain financial success. If I overcame it and I did it, you can do the same. So, Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Jacques M. Joseph Jr., Financial Academy Podcast. Peace.